Oh, yes, Ms. Cross is present. I'm glad that you're here. Your attorney is not here, though. We are reaching out to her now, and I don't believe that this is going to be a very long hearing. I know that the majority of what's been asked for has already been, well, we'll address this as soon as Ms. Krasowskis gets on. So give us one moment, Ms. Cross. Let's go off the record for a moment. All right. Ms. Krasowskis, your entry, please.
Catherine Grasowskis.
I'm sorry, Ms. Krasowskis. I'm sorry, we're not on the record yet.
Okay.
All right, we're on the record now. Ms. Krasowskis, your entry.
Catherine Grasowskis on behalf of LaDonna Cross, sort of. She has filed a disciplinary complaint against me, so I will be ethically bound to file a motion to withdraw, but I haven't done that yet. So I am still her attorney of record.
All right, thank you, Ms. Krasowskis, for that, which was actually was. I did have a question for you, Ms. Krasowskis. I don't know if I'm remembering incorrectly, but you are continuing with your contract with Oprah, correct?
I am an employee of the Office of Family Representation and Advocacy. I'm not a contractor. My last day with Oprah is January 2nd.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was actually one of the things I wanted to address was whether or not you were going to be here, and so how then we would proceed with the termination of parental rights hearing. But it sounds like, Ms. Cross, you're going to need another attorney very soon. I do want to point out, Ms. Cross, this is now going to be your second attorney. We were here when we addressed the issues that you had made against, I believe it was Mr. Dale Johnson at the time. The court did find that I did not believe, ma'am, that you were of the right, that you had sufficient mental capacity to represent yourself. I am now concerned, though, Ms. Cross, that you are going through a lot of attorneys. And that is a problem because, Ms. Cross, you do not get to choose, right? And I think this is something that I've expressed to you in the past, that you do not get to choose your own attorney, Ms. Cross, right? Your own court-appointed attorney. If you are able to find an attorney to represent you pro se, right, that is one avenue, or if you're able to gather funds to hire an attorney to represent yourself. But I am concerned, though, Ms. Cross, that now this is the second attorney that we've gone through, and
it's going to be the third, actually, not to interrupt you, but
yeah. So then, Ms. Krasowskis, we should expect then that a new attorney be appointed. Then, with you leaving the OFRA.
Yes, Your Honor. It has been on my list of things to do, and I need to get my button gear and file the notice of, or I think it's a motion to withdraw because I think hearing is required.
Ms. Grasowskis, I mean, if you're leaving OFRA anyway, I'm not really sure. I don't know that the court would be able to set a hearing before you're out anyway. And so, I mean, at this point, it seems like just a new attorney needs to be appointed, just like a new attorney needs to be appointed on all your cases.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. So then we're going to have another status, Mr. Katz, Ms. Theis, because I want the new attorney, right, to be prepared before we move on to that termination of parental rights hearing. Is there anything else, parties, that we need to address today? I don't think that there's anything outstanding, unless, Ms. Theis, you're planning on putting on a case in chief. I don't think that there was a witness list for you, but correct me if I'm wrong.
No, Your Honor, it's not pending on it.
Okay, and so then really it's going to be counsel for Ms. Cross, but we'll need to check in with her counsel once they're appointed in the new year. Okay, so Ms. Cross, please stay in good communication with Ms. Henderson. The new attorney will be reaching out to you soon. Ms. Grasowskis, do you have contact for Ms. Cross?
I do. I have a telephone number, and we communicate primarily by text message.
Okay. All right, thank you. So then if you could please make sure that the new attorney has Mrs. Cross's contact information. All right, thank you all. Let's go off the record.
Thank you.
So anyways, the first attorney that they gave me, her name was, I can't even remember what her name was because I'm so tired, but I just went through all this so that they could do that. I just went through all this stuff emotionally and everything else, but this bitch telling me that we're going to have a court hearing today so that I'll lose my parental rights, which I posted online, the text messages between us and stuff, because this is such a severe situation. And so they gave me one attorney, Carolyn Bass actually was her name, and she was way too freaked out about the situation. So she had this dude Dale step up for her, and then Dale started messing me around. Well, I tried to get Dale out of the, tried to fire him like a million times. He was really terrible. And then they gave me this girl, this Catherine Grasowskis or whatever, and she's absolutely terrible. Dale Johnson was terrible. All these attorneys are a part of this, and that right there was the judge from last time who switched everything around. I haven't seen that judge since I was in California, right before I left California, and they had me attacked really brutally as I was leaving California and stuff like that. After I made it to Reno, Nevada and Sparks, Nevada and stuff, they had these women hold me there and hold me hostage there, basically drugging me and stuff, because they didn't want me to make it to Texas, because my little boy was having one of his first visits with my child molester family during that time frame. So here she sends me this thing talking about how we're going to take your parental rights on that day. And today is that day, and that was the hearing that you guys just heard. And as you can see, they didn't even need me to do that. You know what I mean? They didn't need me to show up for that at all. And I've been stressing on it this whole time, screaming it, writing about it on Facebook, mention it on YouTube and everything. And you know what I mean? They can't even. They couldn't even. I mean, it's not that I want my parental rights taken, but geez, these people have dragged this shit out for 5 or 6 years now. This is really bad. And my kid ended up in the very worst place he could have ended up.